Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a time since we last spoke like one-on-one, like this type of videos, but I just felt that today is the right day to do this, to talk about trading and talk about trading psychology with you guys, right? So without further ado, actually in this video, I just want to dive straight into the topic of trading psychology, just because I feel that there are a lot of traders that are actually struggling with this topic, right? So here are a few tips on what you could improve and how you can improve those aspects in your life and in your psychology so you can start finally becoming a profitable trader and making those profits that you actually deserve. So one of the biggest skills that you must have as a trader is patience. Now, why do I say patience? You need to make sure that you always wait for the right setup during the right session in the right pair to take a position. Now alone, this patience requires a lot of skill itself, because what beginner traders would like to do, they hop on the chart and they're like so excited about starting the trading and entering on positions that they just start entering randomly in positions just because they believe that there is a reason to get in on a buy or to get in on a sell. The truth is, there was no reason. The only reason why you got in on that trade was because you're just excited, and you're excited about entering and having the feeling of being in an open position. Now, at the end of the day, if it ends up being a loss or if it ends up being a profitable trade, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you didn't have reasons to begin with to get in on that trade, right? So what I want you to do now, if you recognize yourself in this pattern that once you open the chart, you just actively look for something and there's no day where you don't take any trades, that you have the feeling that every day must be a trading day, let me tell you right now, slow down. Stay patient, because patience will pay off in the long term. And now when I say about stay patient, first of all, you got to make sure you have a trading plan, okay? Now in that trading plan, you will have your trading rules, you will have your playbook, and the type of setups or entry confirmations that you need. If you don't have that yet, do that as well, right? So first create a trading plan if you don't have one. Now, if you have one, then make sure that you actually wait for your setup to play out. Wait for price to be in your zone of interest. Wait for price to give you what you need in order to get in on that trade. Now, it is very, very simple, to be honest. It's like either you will get that, you will get your entry confirmation, you will get everything that you need in order to take a trade, and you take that trade, or you don't get it, right? And guess what you gotta do if you don't get it? You stay away, and you wait, and you wait. And it doesn't matter if on that day you will get a setup or you won't get a setup. You just come back the next day and repeat it on and on again. So that's why I'm saying, guys, patience is super important in trading. This is literally what I preach and teach every day during my live sessions. People come in, they're like, oh, should we buy here? Should we sell? Should we buy? Should we sell? Guys, price is not even in our point of interest. We need to wait for it to arrive there. Wait for the breakoff structure. Wait for the entry confirmation. Wait for price to give us everything we need in order to get in on the trade. Now once we get it, yeah guys, now we can get in, you know what I mean? But if we don't get it, why should you be putting your money at risk for a setup that is not even valid, just because you are FOMOing into a position because you want to experience the feeling of being in an active position, So make sure you practice your patience by waiting for your setup and waiting for the trade to give out what you need in order to get in on that position. You don't get that, you wait, come back the next day, and so on and so forth. Now, the second skill that you must have as a trader is discipline. Now, when we're talking about discipline and we come back to the first topic of being patient, they basically work together. It's fairly simple. You have a trading plan and you have trading rules, right? So now it is your time to be patient, be disciplined, and actually wait for your setup, get in on a trade, and then stay disciplined in itself as well, right? Because let's say you get in on a trade and you end up losing that trade. Here is where the discipline will play a big role, because if you are disciplined and your trading plan says you could take, let's say, maximum 2 trades a day, and you got a first trade, you lost it, okay, you have a second chance, you wait for another entry confirmation, you get in again, and it ends up hitting your stop loss as well. So now you lost 2 trades, but those were the only 2 chances that you had for the day. A disciplined trader in this case will say, okay, you know what, it is what it is, I'll come back tomorrow. Why? Because you are disciplined, because you have a rule and you follow that rule, right? But undisciplined traders will be like, no, this is not okay, I need to get in on again because I need to make back those losses that I just had. So then you come in this negative cycle of over trading, over leveraging, and you end up blowing your account. Doesn't matter if it's a personal account or if it's a funded account, guys. The moment you start breaking your discipline and disobeying to your own rules, you will end up being unprofitable and losing money at the end of the day. So I know it is easier said than done, but you must look at yourself in the mirror and make sure that you are the one making the decision, and make sure that you know that you are the one that is breaking the rules. There's no one outside telling you to buy now, sell now. It's all you. So I want to make sure that you know that you are in control of your entire trading career, right? Your entire trading journey. And it's up to you to respect the own rules that you gave yourself. Because every time when you break your rules, you're just making one step backwards instead of forwards, and we don't want that. So to keep it simple, how can you stay disciplined? Have a trading plan, have rules, apply them, period. Don't break them, period. Now, another skill that I believe that is very essential is the moment when you focus on only one, maximum two pairs to trade on. Now, I say this because the moment you try to focus on more pairs, let's say 5 to 10, maybe even 20 pairs, you lose focus overall on all of them and end up missing out on the best opportunities because you were skipping market to market, and actually you're just losing the focus of just one or two pairs. So what you should actually be doing instead, pick out one pair, focus on that pair and learn the patterns. Every pair likes to move different during different sessions. There's some types of setups that repeat themselves over and over again on that pair. Make sure you study and learn that. Make sure you take notes and become literally best friends with that pair. And at the end of the day, if your trading works or your strategy works on that pair, there's no reason to be looking out on other pairs and trying to look for setups on the entire market. If one pair works for you, stick with it and just try to improve in there and don't try to go crazy. And overall, this is just how focus works, right? You can't focus on a lot of things at the same time. If you focus on one thing, the rest will be, you cannot see. So the moment you try to be all over the place, you're going to miss out on so many great opportunities that the market actually gave you in those type of pairs. So here again, how can you improve that? Write in your trading plan what pair you will be trading and stick with that only. Write down during what session you will be trading and stick with that only as well. Because knowing when to trade and knowing when not to trade is also a big skill that you must develop as a trader. There are times when the market is just not in your favor, when the market is just choppy, there's not a lot of volume, and so on and so forth. And the market is already showing you and telling you that you should stay away for today. So when you learn to read market patterns, or okay, today is a bank holiday in my currency and so on and so forth, when you know that, you're actually just preserving your capital and you are preventing yourself from having unnecessary losses overall. So next time you come into the market, make sure you analyze and you see, is there enough volume for me to trade today? If yes, great, wait for a setup now. Right? Wait for your entry confirmation and then go from there. If you don't get one, don't trade for the day. This is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned during my entire trading journey, that not every day is a trading day. And the moment you realize that, that's when I promise you will see the profitability in your trading. Wait for those A+ setups. Wait for those perfect ass trades that you've been waiting on every day, right? Wait for them every day. Just rinse and repeat. Do not give yourself for cheap B trades, for cheap C trades, for the low probability trades. Why? Why would you be, for example, let's say we are in a bullish trend and price is creating higher highs and higher lows, right? Why should you be all like full porting or over risking on a sell, on the small sell position, when instead you could take the big high probability buy position, right? So here's another skill that you must learn. Learn to identify market structure and the trends. And now, a thing that you guys should keep in mind is that the higher the time frame, the stronger the trend. So if the trend on the weekly and on the daily time frame is bullish, for example, but on the lower time frames, on the 1 hour or 4 hour, it's bearish, you must keep in mind that the overall trend is still bullish. So the probability or the trades that you should be looking for will be buy positions. That doesn't mean that you cannot take counter trend trades, because sometimes I also take counter trades from time to time, right? But if I do so, I must make sure that it is still in the overall trend, right? And then I'm just looking to get in and get out real quick if it's a counter trend trade, but instead switch my bias back to the overall direction and then take the bigger move as well, right? So like I said, focus on the higher time frames, focus on the trend, and make sure that every time when you come into the market, you identify what probability is going to be the highest today. Either probability with sells or either probability with buys. And now whatever that is, that's the type of setups that you will be looking for. And now the last skill, which is also super important in trading, that I want to show you guys and explain you guys, is react and adapt. And now this, guys, this is a game changer in trading. Why is that? As a trader, we can profit from both sides. Doesn't matter if we take trades in buys or if we take a trade in sells. We can profit from both sides, right? So this means that you should be open to adapt to what the market is doing. So let's say I come into the market and the first thing I see is, oh yeah, okay, it's looking bullish. We got a little bullish trend going on the higher time frames. But in the intraday, I just see huge ass bearish candles breaking structure to the downside. Although my first impression of the market was, yeah, I could be looking for buys, I need to react and adapt to what the market is showing me right now. And if it's bearish right now, I can feel free to take advantage of those bearish moves because that is what is happening right now. So guys, don't be married to one direction. Don't come in the market and be like, it must go up, it must go down. The market must do nothing, right? The market doesn't owe us anything. The only thing we can do is separate ourselves, and instead of being subjective and looking at the market subjective, how about you switch the perspective objective, right? So now we are outside of the screen, observing the market and waiting for the market to form and show us information that we can then use to take advantage and take a trade based off. Okay, so guys, don't be married to a direction. Be open for both directions and don't try to force anything. If the market is bearish right now, there's no need why you should force buys, and vice versa as well. But yeah guys, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure that you smash the like button and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.